Hi everyone, it's Angela here from She Simply Impacts, and I'm very excited to introduce you to Jane Shakespeare from one of the new charities that we're partnering with called Fig Tree Children. So Jane, tell us a bit about Fig Tree Children and let us know what the amazing work you do.
Hi, Angela. Yes, it's a real pleasure to be here today. So thank you for inviting me. Um, yeah, the Victory Children. So it started back in 2006 when I first went to Sierra Leone, and I was actually there working with women's groups as part of a economics degree I was doing at Warwick University, and I was researching the impact that microcredit was having on women's lives. And while I was there, I saw a real need with children living on the streets. And I was wondering, why aren't these children in school? Why aren't they with a carer? I was told that the reason they were rummaging around in scrap heaps at the time was because they were looking for something they might be able to eat or even sell for $1. And it just gave me, at the time I just thought, this isn't right. There's something, we need to be doing about this, and why isn't anybody doing anything about it? And so over the years, I actually partnered with a couple of people there in Sierra Leone. And a place I did go to while I was there was an orphanage, a children's home, where a priest there was actually given children because the people in the community didn't know what else they could do with these children they were finding. And they were he actually created a children's home by default as a result of children that had been orphaned as a result of a civil war. So there was a 10-year civil war in the country, which completely destroyed the country. And more recently, the war ended in 2002, and more recently than that, in 2014, Ebola hit the country, and I think it was in the news here, right? Everybody got to hear about Ebola, and so that created another wave of orphans. More than 12,000 children were orphaned. So in a country which is quite small, 8 million people, it was probably 6 to 7 million at the time, there's 8 million there now. It's quite a small country. It was a big impact, and it's a very young population with more than 42% of the population are under the age of 14. So it was a huge problem. And I came away from that, and having been a financial advisor up until that point, it just completely turned my life around, and I just questioned what I was doing and started the charity in. Sorry, I should take a backward step there. In 2007, the year after I went to Sierra Leone, my husband and I and our son, we moved to Brisbane in Australia. And it was from here that I used to just do a few, raise a little bit of money and send it back to the children's home to Father Peter, who was caring for these children there. And through Father Peter, we started an organisation to actually reach out to the children that were living on the streets, and were over the years starting to be cared for by extended family members and carers in the community. And the problem was that these carers couldn't afford to look after their own children, let alone take on other children. So it was apparent that they needed support. So we actually get told about these children, and then we've set up a sponsorship scheme which partners somebody here in the Western world with a child in Sierra Leone, and they pay a monthly amount, and we cover their school fees every single year. We pay school materials. We buy school materials, provide it every single year. And then we also pay the allowance to each of the children every single month. And this helps keep the child in school, stops them from being sent out into the labour force. Because that was a huge problem, is that a lot of these children were either hawking on the street, breaking rocks, and just not going to school because they were sent out to earn money to their $2 a day, which made a big difference to the family that they were they were living with. So this we ensure that these children are in school, and a lot of them now have been with us since 2015, which is when I started sponsoring the children, and then they've been with us since then. So we've got now kids that have actually left school, and 11 of the 85 children that are in the sponsorship scheme are now going to university. It's a big challenge to be doing what we're doing in a country like Sierra Leone, as you might imagine.
That's incredible. Really, really, absolutely incredible. And essentially your husband and yourself run the charity single-handedly. Is that, apart from the people on the ground in Sierra?
Yeah, we do. We have a board. Yeah, the charity is registered here in Sierra Leone. Here in Brisbane, and it's also registered in Sierra Leone. So we set up. There's a board in Sierra Leone that actually make sure that the funds are going to where it should be going. And we've partnered with. So Father Peter is also the director of Caritas, and through Caritas they provide us with a bookkeeper. If we ever want to distribute items like the material we provide, then there are people that will help. Through Caritas, we don't actually vehicle there. We don't have to. They will give us a loan of a vehicle, and then we pay a driver, and we put fuel in the car in order to distribute anything we want to get out to the children. Yeah.
Wow.
So we run campaigns like through COVID. We here in Australia, when COVID was happening, all the children in schools here, they had Zoom meetings, and they were doing that kind of thing in order to keep them in school. Well, in Sierra Leone, there was also lockdown, and so children weren't going to school. So the government actually had an on-air learning program, and so we provided the children hour with radios, listen to their lessons still by air, and this actually impacted the whole community because others in the community would be able to use those radios as well. Yeah.
Wow, what an impact journey. Simply Impacts is about facilitating a woman's journey of impact, which includes transformation. And maybe in a subsequent conversation, Jane, we can dig into what you had to transform within yourself in order to actually bring this to fruition and, get it off the ground, because it's absolutely inspirational and mind-boggling. And when I went to the website, which is www.figtreechildren.org.
Yes, yeah, that's correct. The figtreechildren.org. Yes.
Figtreechildren.org.
Yes.
Like the faces of the children on the website really impacted me, and I was really in tears. It brought me to tears. So it's really incredible what you're doing. And tell us about the shop, Jane.
Okay, so as another way of raising funds for the Fig Tree children, because we do find it challenging to raise those extra funds we need to run the program. The sponsorship scheme is completely throughput. That money goes directly to help provide for those children. So the gift shop is, I've been working as a graphic designer. I retrained as a graphic designer, and I've been able to use those skills in order to create the websites that I've created, and also do any graphic design work to help promote the charity over the years. And I also did run a business as a graphic designer as well for a while, but now the charity has taken over that. And so the gift shop is another way that I'm raising funds, and I'm basically sourcing products from anywhere in the world that is supporting women's groups or small business or social enterprise. So they're all ethically sourced products that I'm selling and donating 50% of my profits to the Fig Tree children. So I've got this vision at the moment that I want to create these for-purpose gift hampers. So, you know, the profits will also go to the Victory children from these gift hampers. I'm trying to get into some corporates at the moment with that idea. And yeah, I'm hoping it will take off and create lots of funds for the Victory children. That's the aim of it.
Amazing. I'm becoming a grandmother this year in August, and I went onto the gift shop and I saw the little comforters. There were all these comforters. They're so cute. And I said to my daughter, and she picked the one she likes. Little elephant. They're very, very cute. So
they're gorgeous.
Sweet. And so what's the URL of the gift shop, Jane?
Sorry? I missed that.
The web address of the gift store?
The web address is, so it's thefigtreegiftshop.com.au. Yes. Yeah. So the Kanana knitters that you're talking about, that's actually supporting the Kanana knitter ladies in Kenya. And I, as a graphic designer, have been doing the lookbooks for Kanana Down Under. And it was that product that inspired me to do this, because I fell in love with the product and I thought I really want to get involved in this. I love it so much. So, you know, I kept getting all the photos sent through to put in the catalogs. I was like, oh my God, I've got to get. So I'm now partnered with Tanya, who lives in Perth. She owns Kanana Down Under, and we work together. So I'm actually going to Life in Style with her to help her manage the stall at Life in Style, so we can get the Kanana knitters into more shops.
Wow.
Yeah, which will help grow their business as well. Yeah.
Oh, that's so, see, this is just so inspirational. It's so aligned with She Simply Impacts. Like, it's crazy. And Jane, it's so inspirational that you're in Brisbane and we're going to, you know, partner together. And we gave our donations from the last few months to the Fig Tree children, and we're just really excited to have you on board.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you.
Yeah, so I mean, another time we'll dig more deeply into Jane's story of transformation and impact as she's sort of brought this whole thing together. But it's incredibly inspiring. Jane, we're very excited to be working with you, and thank you so much for your time and sharing a bit of
thank you for your support and your time. It's wonderful. And I love what She Simply Impacts is doing. It's just amazing. So I'm behind it 100%.
Wonderful. Take care. Bye for now, everyone. And bye, Jane.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.
We'll see you soon. Bye.